you know what the pirate's favorite letter is? You might think it's the R, but it's actually the C.
What's going on, friends and fellow paramotor enthusiasts? So spring has finally sprung in New Jersey. Weather's getting really good, temperatures are rising, winds have been pretty calm. And over the past few weeks, I've had a lot of awesome adventures, and I kind of wanted to compile them all into one episode for another episode of Spontaneous Short Stories. Also, if you want to support this channel, feel free to drop a like, it's totally free. If you want to support some sweet Risky Biscuits co-merch like this shirt here, check out tuckergott.com down in the description. If you need an ozone wing, Parajet paramotor, fly products strikemobile, hit me up info@tuckergott.com. Enough with that, let's jump into spontaneous short story number 1. So I think I set a new record for the most powerful engine I've ever flown. Previously, the most powerful engine I've ever flown was a Tornado 280, 280 cc's of displacement. That thing ripped. It had a 3-blade prop, it was foot launch, but more recently I actually flew a Polini Thor 250 on a trikemobile. Now obviously 250 is less than 280, but with the water cooled, the bigger prop, overall the full package, I think this motor probably put out more power than that 280. This motor actually belongs to my good buddy Jeff, who bought a Flash Cruiser Fly Products trike just like my own, but instead of the motor, he went with the Polini 250. Thing's got electric start, it's so smooth, it pushes so hard. I only got a short flight on my Mojo in some kind of trashy conditions, but I was really impressed with the engine.
All right. So we're gonna engage that. Do you just hit it with this hand? One-handed? Okay. Well, I'll start it up first. Clear prop! Everybody's watching me. I don't know if I like this. Power and we're off the ground. Dude, I'm not even at half power and I'm clearing the trees. Let's get in some stabler air. I just want to find some smooth air before we hit full power. That's kind of scary. Okay, we're in smooth air. Let's give her full power. Increasing. Oh, that's full power. Dude, no problem. We are going so high. When you let off the power, the wing's so far behind you, it literally surges. I just trimmed her out. Oh, damn. The Mojo is dynamic with this much weight under it. Dude, this thing sounds like a Swiss watch. Never even held a Swiss watch, but I've heard the expression. At idle, it's just like, no problems. That climb rate is bonkers. No! 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 Get off! Get off! Well, that's a new one. I call it the pitching a tent maneuver.
So after Jeff let me have a flight on his Polini 250, I wanted to let him have a flight on my new Factory R on my Scoutmobile. I've been passing this engine around to a bunch of friends who are experienced pilots, and I just like to see what the reaction is, what they think the power output is compared to a normal Moster. So I got Jeff set up on it, sent him in the air, and filmed his reaction when he got back.
It's got the weird airbox, so it should be good. So sometimes it's more fun, honestly, to watch other people fly than it is to fly yourself. And I'm in one of those moods tonight. And I've been wanting to see Jeff fly the Factory and see what he thinks of it. So he's taking up my Factory with his free ride, and we're gonna get some impressions of that. There he goes like a damn hero. It's always fun to hear your own motor from the ground. Like your own motorcycle too. You never get to hear it like outside of the cockpit. So Jeff's flying a 19 freeride, and he typically flies the standard Moster with a 130 centimeter E-prop. I'm curious to see what he thinks of the power, because I've had mixed results of giving people the motor. I personally said like 10% more power with this specific prop and 20% with the 140, while other people gave up to 30% more power on the standard propeller, which is crazy. I'm interested to see what Jeff says though. What a guy.
Impressive. I would say 20-30%.
Yeah.
You know,
really.
I couldn't believe, I don't know if on my takeoff, like it was like, whoa.
Yeah.
It has a lot more thrust on the low end.
Yeah, I saw you do a flyby and kick it straight up.
Yeah. It definitely feels like, compared to, well, it's a different prop too, but
yeah,
it feels like more low end torque.
That's what I thought
thrust.
too. Yeah. It's like more grunty.
Yeah.
In like the cruise power band.
Snappy. Feels good.
Yeah.
Even like at full throttle, it doesn't have that really loud whine like the other Moster.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it's gonna explode.
Yeah.
It's just kind of chilling.
Really good, man. Thanks for letting me try it.
No worries. I swear the exhaust is still turning purple. It's like right at the head and then it's wrapping around the corner.
Obviously, I've been having a lot of fun recently with the factory motors. I have the Factory R on my Scoutmobile, and more recently, I just got my 2018 Factory Original put on a Maverick frame. And I was thinking, I've got these two factory engines. Let's have a head-to-head battle and see which one has a better climb rate.
All right, so here we are down at the park. It's an absolutely beautiful day, and I'm feeling kind of awkward because I brought two paramotors and I'm only one dude. This comparison is by no means apples to apples. On the left side of the screen is the Factory R, and it has the 287 reduction, spinning a 130 centimeter Helix propeller, and it's on the Scout frame. On the right side of the screen is the original Factory. It's spinning a E-prop 3-blade 130 on the 268 reduction on a Maverick frame. So obviously it's not an apples to apples comparison at all, but I figured I just want to know which one performs better.
Now, my original plan was to use a new tool that my man Avery sent over from OpenGauge. It's this kind of open source 3D printed paramotor gauge that shows you a ton of different data, and one of those is your vertical speed. What I found was, just like phone apps that I've used in the past that show vertical speed, the number really fluctuates a lot, that it's hard to pin down a solid average over a long climb. So I kind of switched gears and I decided to do a timed climb rate from 490 feet, which was like ground level, to 1,490 feet. And I interpreted the time from that data.
So I will roll on to full power in 3, 2, 2, 1. Oh my God! I had to back off. The wing went behind me. Holding wide open throttle all the way up. Just about to cross 700 feet. Dude, we are climbing way faster, I think. It's weird because this engine's so much louder
it sounds like it has more power. There's 1,000, 1,200 feet, 13, 1,400, time, 1490. And time.
So here were the results. My factory R on the Scoutmobile took 1 minute and 11 seconds to climb 1,000 feet. The old factory on the Maverick Mobile took 1 minute and 6 seconds to climb 1,000 feet. Honestly, after being in the seat and feeling the difference in climb rates, I expected the factory on the Maverick to actually be a little bit better than it really was. Even though it already won, I thought it was going to win by more. And I think that's because the 3-blade prop, it snaps to acceleration so quickly and it sounds so different with its different pitch. It sounds like it's making a ton of power, and it kind of creates an illusion like riding a motorcycle with a loud exhaust. You feel like more connected and more aggressive compared to something that's quieter. So along the lines of power and tandems and fun things, I set a new record for my heaviest tandem passenger on my Trikmobile, aka Big Bertha. As you guys might know, my Trikmobile is powered by a Moster 185 with a big reduction and a 140 centimeter prop. I'm flying a Triox 38, and previously I had only flown a passenger up to 200 pounds, and I personally weigh about 155. My buddy Miles wanted to go for a paramotor flight, and I think he said he was 225 or 235. We were at an airport that had a really long, clear runway, no obstructions for a long while, and I was like, this is a good opportunity to see what she can really do.
All right, let's give her.
Miles is an adventurous guy as well, so I figured, what could go wrong? Let's give it a shot. Clipped in, did the inflation, wing comes up perfectly, still had plenty of power for that. Throttled back, taxied, got her under control, rolled on full power. I got my speed intentionally by leaving my hands up a little bit, and then I pulled a little brake pressure to get us off the ground in the most smooth way possible. Worked perfectly, got off the ground, and then it started to get a little interesting. I had my throttle pinned wide open the entire climb out, and probably 2,500, 3,000 feet down the runway, we got to the end of the runway and we were just barely above the tree level at that point. Luckily, beyond the end of the runway, there's a huge big field, and then catty corner to that field was another huge field. So by the time I got to the first huge field, I had just enough altitude I could safely hopscotch over to the other field, continue pinning her wide open. After maybe 5 to 10 minutes of wide open throttle, we had enough altitude that I could kind of back off a little bit. So I let Miles take the controls a little bit. He's a base jumper, he's an experienced skydiver, and he did really well. He wants to get into the sport, so it was cool to share it with him.
Sick. Foot brake.
Yeah.
That was when we took off, I was a pig and tracking up.
Dude, our climb rate was not phenomenal.
Oh, it was so shit. I wasn't even done.
Yeah, we were like clearing the trees at the end of the runway.
Dude, hell yeah. That was sick.
Dude, that was wide open throttle. I was like, I hope I don't cook this piston because we're going in a cornfield or something.
Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was sick.
So cool.
My conclusions from the flight is now I would say that a 200-pound passenger I can take up with my configuration safely. I think that's my maximum, and as I've talked about, I want to put a bigger engine on my Trikmobile, probably something even bigger than a 250, just so I kind of have that power that I never need any more power. So I'm going to look into that in the future. My final story is that I've been getting some sweet base jumps in recently, had some really good ones, and I've been able to link up with a lot of local guys, and that's just been a lot of fun.
Everything look good back there?
Yep, exactly how I left it.
Okay,
Every
buddy.
time.
See at the bottom?
Yeah.
Three, 2, 1, see ya. Woo! Yeah. Nice.
Did you see my bridle catch my finger? I was like,
Aside from that, that's pretty much all I've got. I just wanted to, throw together some of my short stories, some experiences I've had that aren't really their own videos by themselves, but together they become something more magical. If you guys liked the video, drop a like down below. Check out tuckergott.com for some sweet Risky Biscuits Co merch. Appreciate you guys. Hope you enjoyed. Fly safe, have fun. Till the next one, peace. Zip.